Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about the law of sines given one angle and two sides. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is already part 2 of our video. The part 1 of our video, we actually solved this one class. It's still law of sines given two angles and then one side. So I will just put the link on the description down below on how to solve this one class. Feel free to see the video. Alright, so once again, this is the formula in solving the law of sines. There will be sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. Or you can have this formula. You will have the same answer class. Either of these two class. Now, once again, for the law of sines, we can only apply this one if the triangle is an oblique triangle. Sir, what do you mean by oblique triangle? An oblique triangle, a triangle does not contain 90 degrees angle. Because if a triangle does contain 90 degrees, example this one, you can find this angle or you can find the side using SOHCAHTOA. The sine ratio, the cosine ratio, and the tangent ratio. If the triangle is a right triangle. Or you can also use the Pythagorean theorem in finding one side. Now, if the triangle is an oblique triangle, example this one, this is an oblique triangle, it does not contain 90 degrees angle, you will use the sine law. So example class, if this is the oblique triangle, if this is angle A, this is angle B, and this will be angle C, the opposite of this angle B, that's what we call side B or small b. Always remember this one class, in oblique triangle, the opposite of this angle B, that's always side B or small b. Opposite of this angle C, that would be small c or side C. And opposite of this angle A, that would be side A or small a. And you always remember this one class that any kinds of triangle, the sum of the interior angles, it should be equal to 180 degrees. Once again class, any kinds of triangle, if you add this interior angles, it should be equal to 180 degrees. Any kinds of triangle class, equilateral, isosceles, right triangle, acute triangle, obtuse triangle, the sum of these interior angles, it should be equal to 180 degrees. Alright, so I hope you understand this one. Now, if you understand this one, you will be using this formula to find this side and this angle and this angle. Alright, let's try that. Alright, so therefore, we have given C. So opposite of this angle C, that's side C, small c. Opposite of this angle A, that would be small a. So opposite of this angle B, therefore this side right here is small b. So this is side B, and we're told to find B. We don't have the value of B, and we don't have this angle and this angle. Alright, so let's find angle A. So once again class, to find angle A, we can check if we can use sine A over A equals sine B over B. If we cannot use that one, we can also check sine A over A equals sine C over C. Once again, these capital letters A, B, and C represents for the angle. So let's check. Sine A over A equals sine B over B. So sine A over A equals sine B over B. Do we have angle A? Nope, we don't have this angle A. So this is X. Alright, do we have A? The value of A? Yep, we have A. That is 10. So we have A. Do we have angle B? Nope, we don't have angle B. Do we have small b? Nope, we don't have side B. Therefore, we have three unknowns. We cannot use this one class to find angle A. So once again, we cannot use this one class to find angle A because we have three unknowns. If you have two or more unknowns, you cannot use that equation class. If you only have one unknown, therefore, we can find that unknown. So in this scenario class, we cannot find angle A. Let's try to check class. Sine A over A equals sine C over C to find this angle A. So sine A over A equals sine C over C. Do we have angle A? Nope, we don't have angle A. That's the thing that we're told to find, this angle A. Do we have side A? Yep, we have side A. Do we have angle C? Yep, we have angle C. That's 120. Do we have side C? Yep, we have side C. We only have one unknown, therefore we can use this formula. Alright, to find this angle A. Alright, let's use that one to find angle A. So this will be sine A over A equals sine C over C. And then we substitute the value class. Alright, so this is sine A. Copy sine A. We're told to find angle A over, our A is 10, so over 10 equals sine C. So sine, then C, angle C, that's 120 degrees. So 120 degrees over C, small c. Alright, this side is 19. Alright, and then we cross multiply. So simply do the cross multiplication. So sine A times 19, this will be sine A times 19 equals sine 120 degrees times 10. Alright, and to get the value of A, we can divide both sides by 19 so that we can cancel this out. Divide by 19. Cancel this out. So copy sine A equals, then we simplify this one using the calculator. So sine 120 degrees times 10 divide by 19. Alright, let's use the calculator. Sine, okay, I hope you see this one, because sine 120 degrees, close parenthesis, times 10. So sine 120 degrees times 10 divide by 19 equals sine 5 squared of 3, or you press this one as the standard in decimal, you will have 8.66025 and so on. Then divide by 19. Alright, you press this one decimal, you will have 0.4558. After 8, that is 0. So let's have 4 decimal places, class, especially if you're looking for the angle. We need to have the near exact value of the angle. So let's have 4 decimal places, especially, class, if you're finding the angle. So this will be 0.4558 because our answer, class, is approximate number near to the exact value. So this will be 0.4558. So once again, class, sine 120 times 10 divided by 19, the answer is 0.4558. Alright, after 8, that is 0. So therefore, round down, simply copy 8. Okay, 45580. Alright, and then to get the value of this angle A, we divide both sides by sine. Divide by sine. So cancel this out. And your A will be, now you put this sign on the top. Okay, you put this sign on the top. And this will be inverse sine. So this will be sine raised to the power of negative 1. Once you put this sign on the top, that would be inverse sine. Then copy this one, 0.4558. Alright, and then your angle A will be, now to press this one in the calculator, sine inverse, just press this one, class, shift, then sine, so you will have sine raised to the power of negative 1, then 0.4558, close parenthesis, equals sine, so you will have 27.116. So after 1, that is 6, so this will be 27.12. Okay, this is, once again, this is 27.116. So we need to have 2 decimal places for our final answer. Alright, so this will be 27.116. So once again, after 1, that is 6, 5 and above, you need to round up. So therefore, this will be 27.12. 27.12, then do not forget the degrees because we're told to find the angle. So therefore, angle A, alright, so we're done with angle A is equal to 27.12 degrees. Alright, that's it, class, for angle A. So once you find angle A, we can now find angle B by adding this up and then we subtract it from 180. Alright, so do you still remember, class, in a triangle that the sum of the interior angles, it should be equal to 180 degrees. So to find angle B, we need to add this up, then we subtract it from 180. Alright, let's find angle B. Alright, so once again, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So our angle A, that is 27.12 degrees plus angle B. We don't have angle B. Copy angle B. Plus angle C, that's 120 degrees, equals 180 degrees. Alright, and then we arrange for us not to be confused. So we can copy angle B first. Angle B plus this one, 27.12 degrees plus 120 degrees equals 180 degrees. Alright, so copy angle B. And then you add this up, combine this one. This will be 147.12 degrees equals 180 degrees. Alright, once again, 27.12 plus 120 degrees, that would be 147.12 degrees. And then to get the value of angle B, we transpose this one from left to right. So this will be angle B equals 180 degrees minus 147.12 degrees. Alright, we can use the calculator to subtract this one. Angle B equals, so 180 minus 147.12. Alright, and the answer is 32.88 degrees. So angle B is 32.88 degrees. That's it, class, for angle B. So once again, angle B. So we're done with angle A and angle B. So let me just put it here. Angle B is equal to 32.88 degrees. So we're done with angle A and angle B. So we're done with the angles. So we're done with this one and angle B. Alright, let's check. And last one, class, we're told to find side B. So let's find the side. Alright, let's find side B. Alright, so last one, finding side B. So let's check if we can use this one to find side B. So sine A, so let's check if we can use this one. Sine A over A equals sine B over B. So do we have angle A? Yep, we have angle A, 27.12. Do we have A? Yep, we have A. Alright, we can use that one. Alright, do we have angle B? Yep, we have angle B, 32.88. Yep. Do we have side B? Nope, we don't have side B. That's the thing that we're told to find, side B. So we have one unknown, so therefore we can use this one to find side B. Let's check, class, if we can use side B. Sine B over B equals sine C over C. So sine B over B equals sine C over C. Do we have angle B? Yep, we have angle B, 32.88. Do we have side B? Nope, we don't have side B. That's the thing that we're told to find, side B. Do we have angle C? Yep, we have angle C, 120 degrees. Do we have side C? Yep, we have side C, that is 19. We only have one unknown, therefore we can also use this one. So either of these two, class, you will have the same answers. It depends on your class, which do you prefer. So you can use this formula, or you can use this one to find side B. Alright, so once again, it's either of these two, class, that you will have the same answer. So let's use this one, class. Right, let's use this one. Sine A over A equals sine B over B. Alright, so this will be sine. Then our A is 27.12 degrees. So 27.12 degrees over your small a is 10 equals sine. Then our angle B, that's 32.88 degrees over B. So we're told to find B. Then cross multiply. Alright, so simply cross multiply. So this will be sine 27.12 degrees times B, copy B, equals sine 32.88 degrees times 10. So times 10. So to get the value of B, you divide both sides by sine 27.12 degrees so that we can cancel this out. Divide by sine 27.12 degrees. Alright, so B equals, simply use your calculator, class, to find B. So this will be sine 32.88 times 10. So sine 32.88 degrees, right, close parenthesis, times 10 equals sine, do not forget equals sine, then divide by sine 27.12. Divided by sine 27.12, then do not forget degrees, close parenthesis, equals sine. So you will have 11.909. So 11.909. So after 0, that is 9, therefore we need to round up. This will be 11.91. Okay, 11 11.909, that would be 11.91. 2 digits. Alright, 11.91. That's it, class. All set. That's the value of B. So B equals 11.91. That's it, class. All set. So that's how you solve, class, for the law of sine. So I hope you learned something new today. So if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.